perceive about my son, I would like to shed light on the fact we all got bad kids. Okay, now listen, don't make it seem like I'm the only one on here who got bad kids. Try to take the good with the bad and just let them know you going to prison if you keep it up. I don't wish it on him, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish it on him, and I love him through it. Whatever he going through, I
ain't the world say about me is no lie. I don't give a damn. I don't really care too much. It didn't affect me. That just made your source. That just made your information that you talk about.
Baby mother doesn't care. I'm not a bad baby daddy, so I got more leeway than other baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? I got more like this ain't to.
Breaking news. The internet is on fire tonight, and what we're about to tell you is nothing short of a nightmare for one of hip-hop's most famous families. Ty, the self-proclaimed king of the South, is now facing the darkest scandal of his entire career. A leaked tape. No, not one, but allegedly 2 shocking tapes have surfaced, dragging his own son into the storm. And now Tia has finally broken his silence. But what he said has only made things worse. The first tape, just 32 seconds long, went viral like wildfire. It showed King Harris in a compromising situation that nobody expected. Fans were stunned, critics were brutal, and the Harris family's perfect image was shattered in seconds. But just when people thought it couldn't get uglier, another tape exploded online. This time, it didn't just involve King. Rumors claim his older brother, Messiah, and a mysterious figure were also caught on camera. Social media has gone into absolute meltdown. People are asking who leaked this. Could it really have come from inside the Harris household? Some are even whispering that T himself may have orchestrated it, sacrificing his own children just to protect his brand. Tiny, the mother, is reportedly devastated. Sources close to her claim she broke down in tears, saying, "My husband sold out his own blood to save his image." Meanwhile, King's girlfriend, Big Nana, is fueling the fire, threatening to release even more unseen footage if the family doesn't pay up. And now, with T.I.'s shocking response hitting the media, fans are left speechless. A father versus his own son, a family at war, and an empire hanging by a thread. This is more than a scandal. This is a tragedy. The world never saw this coming. The Harris family, once paraded on reality TV as the model of black excellence, love, and unity, is now drowning in the ugliest scandal imaginable. T, the man who built an empire out of music business and television, is being painted not as a father, not as a leader, but as a man accused of selling out his own blood. It all began with a short, grainy clip, just 32 seconds long, but enough to destroy a lifetime of carefully built reputation. King Harris, barely in his 20s, appeared in what looked like a deeply compromising moment. Within hours, hashtags were trending. Memes, think pieces, and brutal commentary spread like wildfire. For fans, it was shocking. For critics, it was ammunition. And for the Harris family, it was nothing less than catastrophic. But then came the real earthquake. Whispers of a second tape. This wasn't rumor anymore. Insiders claimed it existed, and it didn't just involve King. Reports surfaced that Messiah, the older brother who had always stayed quiet, was also caught in a disturbing situation with a mysterious figure. The internet erupted. People weren't just questioning King anymore. They were questioning the entire Harris household. Who was leaking these tapes? That was the question tearing through social media. Was it an enemy, a hacker, or worse, someone from inside? And here's where the story turned into a tragedy. Multiple insiders claim the footage didn't come from the outside at all. It came from T.I.'s own phone. Yes, the same phone where allegedly private recordings were being kept. Why would a father record, save, or even allow such footage to exist? The theories are explosive. Some believe Ty was holding on to these files as insurance, while others accuse him of orchestrating their release as a twisted sacrifice to protect his career. Tiny, the mother of the family, couldn't take it anymore. According to sources close to her, She collapsed in tears during a private gathering, confessing to friends, "He's selling out his own children to save his brand. He's feeding our babies to the wolves." That single line leaked online, and fans lost their minds. For the first time, the perfect marriage shown on VH1 looked like a complete illusion. Then came Big Nana, King's girlfriend, who had already been making headlines for her pregnancy drama. She decided to take the chaos to another level. In a jaw-dropping interview, she declared, "I still have videos the world hasn't seen. If they don't pay me, everything is coming out." The clips spread like wildfire. Overnight, Big Nana wasn't just a girlfriend. She became the key player in the downfall of the Harris dynasty. Millions of fans believed her. Others accused her of blackmail, but one thing was clear: she had the family trembling. And as if that wasn't enough, hospital reports surfaced in the media, claiming that Big Nana's baby might not even belong to King. The alleged father, none other than a man deeply connected to T's inner circle. That revelation sent shockwaves. The Harris name, once respected, was now a circus. Late-night hosts mocked them. Twitter Spaces hosted heated debates, and memes tore King apart, portraying him as weak, humiliated, and betrayed. For King himself, the humiliation was unbearable. In a live stream that will forever haunt the internet, he finally snapped. Looking broken yet defiant, he said through gritted teeth, "This is my father's doing. He's been using me all my life, and now he's sold my name, my dignity, and my future. My own dad is my enemy." The words hit harder than any leaked tape. Millions watched as a son publicly accused his father of destroying him. Comments flooded in. "This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. T just lost his family on live. This boy is crying out for help." Meanwhile, Messiah vanished from social media. No posts, no statements, no sightings. His silence only fueled speculation. Was he hiding? Was he forced into silence? Or worse, was there even darker footage waiting to surface? By now, the Harris empire wasn't just cracking, it was collapsing in real time. Fans who once adored the family were now questioning everything. The reality shows, the love story, the parenting, the legacy. Every photo, every clip from the past was being dissected for clues, and the narrative online was brutal. The Harris family was built on lies. Inside the mansion, tension reached boiling point. Tiny allegedly screamed at T, accusing him of being a monster. King was reportedly packing bags, threatening to leave for good, and the younger kids, completely innocent, were caught in the crossfire of chaos they never asked for. Sources claim that T.I. tried to regain control by calling in lawyers, PR teams, and investigators, but it was too late. The story had already gone global. Major outlets were reporting on the scandal. Memes had gone viral, and the Harris brand was being shredded to pieces in front of millions. This wasn't just a scandal. It was a public execution of a family's reputation. A father accused of betraying his own blood. A mother left broken and ashamed. Sons humiliated, exploited, and abandoned. The so-called royal family of hip-hop now stood on the edge of total destruction, and everyone watching knew one thing: the worst was yet to come. Because if another tape leaked, if even more secrets spilled, the Harris family wouldn't just lose their brand, they would lose everything. And that's exactly what makes this story so terrifying. The sense that the clock is ticking and the next explosion could finish them forever. The Harris family was already hanging by a thread after the first tape exploded online. But when the second clip dropped, everything turned into a nightmare beyond repair. This wasn't just King Harris being humiliated anymore. This was an entire family empire crumbling in real time, and the internet couldn't stop watching. The second leaked tape was more disturbing than anyone expected. It allegedly featured not only King, but also Messiah, T's other son, and a mysterious man whose identity remains hidden. The footage was raw, shocking, and far too dark for anyone to process easily. Social media timelines flooded instantly. Who's leaking this? Who is this kind of access? Millions demanded answers, but the more questions people asked, the worse it looked for T himself. Rumors spread like wildfire that the mastermind behind the leaks wasn't some outsider, but the father himself. People whispered that Tia had secretly been recording his own kids for years, keeping dark files tucked away, only to unleash them when his public image needed protection. The theory sent shockwaves through fans. Was T really capable of sacrificing his own children's dignity just to keep his brand spotless? Tiny, usually the rock of the family, shattered completely under the weight of these whispers. Close friends revealed she was crying non-stop, saying, "My husband has traded his own kids to his enemies. He's feeding them to the wolves just to save himself." That confession spread across blogs and fan pages, leaving the world stunned. The image of a broken mother watching her family unravel while the father was accused of orchestrating the destruction was pure tragedy. And then came the bombshell that shook everything even harder. King's girlfriend, Big Nana, stepped into the spotlight and gave an interview that flipped the entire scandal upside down. Her voice was trembling but fierce when she revealed, "I still have videos nobody has seen yet. If T.I. doesn't pay up, the world will." That single statement lit the internet on fire. Was this just blackmail? Or was it proof that there were darker secrets hidden away? Suddenly, fans realized this wasn't only about leaked tapes. It was about a war tearing an entire family apart. Big Nana had the receipts, and she wasn't afraid to use them. But the chaos didn't stop there. Medical reports mysteriously leaked from a hospital, suggesting that the baby Big Nana was carrying might not even be Kink's, the alleged father. Rumors pointed to one of T's closest friends. The betrayal was so messy, so twisted, that fans could barely keep up with the storm of memes, tweets, and reaction videos. Overnight, King Harris wasn't just humiliated. He was painted as a pawn in a scandal that had layers of betrayal no one could imagine. Then the breaking point arrived. King himself went live on Instagram, tears in his eyes, his voice trembling with rage. He didn't hold back. He looked into the camera and said the unthinkable. "This is all my dad's fault. He used me. He destroyed me. And now he's sold me out to the world." Those words sliced through the internet like a knife. A son accusing his father publicly of destroying his life. Fans watched in silence, jaws dropped, realizing this wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore. This was a family bleeding in front of millions. Tiny rushed to defend her son, declaring she was done protecting Ty. She promised she would stand by King no matter what. Meanwhile, Messiah disappeared completely from social media, sending rumors spiraling that he couldn't handle the shame of being tied to the scandal. Some speculated he was being hidden away to prevent him from speaking the truth. Ty, once a respected legend, was now being dragged as the villain who might have destroyed his own family. People were no longer asking if he was guilty. They were demanding to know how far he would go to cover up the skeletons in his closet. And insiders whispered that the worst was yet to come. They warned that another video, darker, more destructive, was still locked away, waiting to surface. The kind of footage that could erase the Harris family forever. Fans who once adored the Harris clan as the perfect family now watched in horror as the foundation cracked. A father accused of betrayal, a mother broken and sobbing, children torn apart, girlfriends blackmailing, and enemies circling like vultures. This wasn't just scandal. This was the collapse of an empire. A modern-day tragedy playing out on every phone screen across the world. The Harris household had always been paraded as a symbol of unity, wealth, and celebrity success, but by this point, the perfect illusion was gone. What was left was nothing but betrayal, heartbreak, and the ugliest kind of family warfare unfolding in the public eye. After King's emotional outburst, where he openly accused his father of destroying him, the internet went into overdrive. Millions of fans watched in disbelief as the very son T once bragged about now called him the enemy. Hashtags like #TI exposed, #Save King, and Harris family scandal flooded every corner of Twitter and Instagram. What once was a dynasty now looked like a circus collapsing in flames. But just when people thought it couldn't get any darker, another shockwave rattled the entire narrative. A third leaked clip surfaced. Unlike the first two, this one was short, only a few seconds, but it was enough to confirm the nightmare wasn't over. The footage allegedly showed a heated argument between T and Tiny, where T's voice could be heard, saying words no parent should ever utter. "They're just pawns, all of them. If I have to sacrifice one to protect myself, then so be it." Those few lines detonated online like a nuclear bomb. Fans gasped in horror. Blogs rushed to post transcripts. YouTubers analyzed every second, freezing the audio, amplifying the sound. The question now wasn't if T was involved, but how deep his betrayal actually went. Tiny, already broken, snapped completely. Sources close to her revealed she was seen leaving the family mansion in tears, holding King's hand, screaming at security guards that she would never go back. For the first time, the woman who once defended her husband publicly was openly walking away. Paparazzi captured the moment, and the images became instant symbols of a mother choosing her children over her marriage. Meanwhile, King doubled down. He didn't just go live again. He posted screenshots of private messages, texts that seemed to suggest his father had been monitoring him for years. "This man ain't my dad no more," King wrote, his words dripping with venom. "He's my enemy. He's been my enemy the whole time." The heartbreak of a son calling his father the enemy shattered fans across the globe. People weren't just entertained anymore. They were devastated. The Harris family was supposed to be untouchable. Now they were crumbling piece by piece. Every ugly truth spilling out for the world to consume. But the most terrifying twist came not from King or Tiny, but from Messiah. After weeks of silence, Messiah reappeared on social media with a cryptic message. "You all don't know half the story. If the last tape drops, it won't just end us, it'll end him too." Those words sent chills across the internet. What did Messiah mean? Who was him? Speculation exploded that there was a final hidden tape that contained evidence not only against T, but against one of his closest allies in the music industry. Some whispered it tied into years of shady dealings, betrayals, and unspoken secrets. The Harris scandal was no longer just about leaked videos. It had become a ticking time bomb, threatening to take down everything T.I. had ever built. Then came the gut punch. Reports surfaced that King had checked into a hospital after allegedly suffering a breakdown. Doctors confirmed he was under extreme emotional distress and required close observation. Fans wept online, posting messages of support. But behind the sympathy, anger brewed like never before. Everyone pointed fingers at T, blaming him for pushing his own son to the edge. Meanwhile, Big Nana reignited chaos by going live herself. This time, she appeared calm, cold, and unbothered. She looked straight into the camera and declared, "You all think you've seen everything. You've seen nothing. If T.I. doesn't pay, if he doesn't come clean, then the final tape drops, and when it drops, there will be no Harris family left." Her words were pure fire. The internet roared with hysteria. Was she bluffing, or was the final piece of this scandal truly waiting to obliterate the Harris name forever? As pressure mounted, Tiny's closest friends began speaking out. One told media outlets, "She's finished. Tiny's done protecting him. She says this marriage is over. She's only thinking about the kids now." For fans, this was confirmation. The Harris empire, the so-called perfect family, had been dismantled from the inside out. Then, like a cruel twist in a Shakespearean tragedy, allegations emerged that the leaked videos may have originally come from T's very own phone. Insiders claimed his old device was hacked, revealing a vault of disturbing files he had been keeping for years. Some called it insurance, others called it evidence of something far darker. The narrative shifted yet again. Was Ty the true mastermind, or was he the victim of his own paranoia, hoarding tapes that would eventually destroy him? The public didn't care. By now, the verdict was clear in their eyes. He was guilty no matter the explanation. Tiny filed to separate. King publicly cut ties. Messiah teased darker secrets. And Big Nana threatened the ultimate exposure. NTI. For the first time in his career, he went completely silent. No posts, no interviews, no denials, just silence. That silence spoke louder than words. Fans saw it as confirmation. The mighty had fallen. The legend had been dethroned not by enemies on the outside, but by betrayal, secrecy, and destruction within his very own household. The Harris family saga became more than gossip. It became a warning that no matter how perfect a family looks on TV, the cracks beneath the surface can explode into earthquakes that shake the entire world. And the cruelest part, insiders whispered one chilling phrase that echoed across social media. The final tape hasn't even dropped yet. It left fans frozen, horrified, and waiting for the next explosion. This wasn't just a scandal, it was tragedy at its rawest form. A father accused of selling out his children, a mother broken beyond repair, sons stripped of dignity, a girlfriend turned blackmailer, and a looming final tape that could bury an empire forever. The Harris family, once seen as royalty, now stood as the most tragic cautionary tale in hip-hop history. And now the question everyone is asking, what happens next? Because this isn't just another celebrity scandal. This isn't just gossip for clicks. This is a family tearing itself apart right in front of the world. A son publicly calling his father the enemy, a mother walking away shattered, a brother hinting that the darkest truth hasn't even been revealed yet, and a girlfriend sitting on tapes that could end everything once and for all. The Harris family isn't just in crisis, they're on the edge of total collapse, and the scariest part, the real bombshell hasn't even dropped yet. Think about it. If this third tape already showed T calling his own children pawns, what could the final tape contain? What secret is so dangerous that even Messiah warned it could end everything? What evidence is so dark that Big Nana is willing to use it as a weapon, threatening to expose it if she doesn't get paid? This isn't just about leaked videos anymore. This is about betrayal, manipulation, and the destruction of everything the Harris family ever pretended to stand for. The perfect family image is gone forever. What's left is tragedy, raw, painful, and impossible to ignore. So, I'll leave you with this. Do you think T.I. is the mastermind behind his own family's downfall? Or is he just a broken man caught in a storm he created years ago? One thing's for sure, when the next tape drops, it won't just destroy his image, it will erase the Harris family name from history. Stay tuned because this story isn't over. The biggest bombshell is still coming.